I'm Dan Hunt, and this is Up Close and Personal. We are at the Las Vegas Aria Hotel, Casino, Resort and Spa at World CryptoCon 2018. What an incredible event this has been, huh?
It's mind-blowing.
It is absolutely mind-blowing. My guest right now is Virtue Nightingale. Now, I gotta ask you, is that a made-up name? Virtue Nightingale. You have the best stage name I've ever seen on
Thank you very
anybody in
much.
my life.
I made it just before I came. No, it's my real name.
That's your real name. That's
right.
The name your parents gave you.
That's right. So Virtue is actually a Latin name. It's Italian for virtus. So the English translation is virtue. The virtue of deity, which is a Roman god.
Wow. So you are a god.
We're all gods.
Literally. So Virtue, you have a company called, I don't even know how to pronounce it, HODL Rally?
The HODL Rally.
HODL Rally.
Hold on for dear life.
Hold on for dear life. That's what
right.
it stands for.
That's
Rally.
right. Yeah.
And really an interesting concept and idea.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that first. Let's get started with that and talk about what you're doing. You're going to hold some events
That's right.
around the world. The first one's going to be next year in June, right?
That's right. It's 30th of June to the 7th of July, and it takes place from London to Ibiza. It's a 7-day event, and it stops in 8 different cities along the way, starting from London to Paris, to Geneva, to Cannes, Barcelona, Valencia, and finishing in the glorious Balearic island of Ibiza.
Wow. So how's this going to work? Are we going to get in a car and then go? Or?
Yes. So what the HODL Rally is trying to do is create like a lifestyle events company for the blockchain. I think we need a more fun social element in the industry, and I decided to come up with this concept because of my automotive background. So with this event, what we're going to do is each day we stop in another city, and in each city we create an exclusive event along the way. So to sign up and come on the rally, you have to have a vehicle. So it doesn't necessarily or predominantly have to be a supercar, but it could be something comfortable like a Range Rover or a G-Wagon, just something that can get you from A to B.
Okay.
And also
Can I go on my Volkswagen Golf or?
Why not?
Why not?
As long as you don't mind putting the HODL Rally sticker on it, of course you can. Yeah. A lot of my friends and clients and customers are coming from overseas, like the United States. So they don't have a vehicle that they can bring to the UK.
Right.
So we offer a service where we can either fly your vehicle over, or we can lease you a vehicle in the UK through some of my leasing partners. So there's always options if you don't have a vehicle accessible in the United Kingdom.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, have you worked out with the authorities so we can go fast from city to city?
It's a grey area.
It's a little bit of a gray
Yeah.
area. Okay.
We don't encourage anybody to break the laws or the speed limits in the countries that we go through. This is more of a social networking thing, to be in a group of like-minded people, just having a great time and driving from city to city. So it's more about just taking part in the event rather than being a race from checkpoint to checkpoint.
It's more about taking part.
That is correct.
But I'm going to challenge you to get there.
I think I'm going to challenge people too. I think it's natural. It's my competitive edge. I think we're all going to, a little bit.
Now, you have a beautiful Lambo over there as part of this event, and as we look down the aisle, we can see it over there. Actually, I met you the first day when we were parking your event.
That's
and
right.
Trying to get it straightened out a little bit. So, tell what's the gas mileage on that thing?
You don't look at things like that when you drive a Lamborghini.
When you drive a Lambo, you just don't look at it.
You just fill it up and you enjoy the open road. You just get out there.
Just go.
Yeah.
Just get out there and go. So let's talk a little bit about Virtue.
Okay.
Who are you and where did you come from? You have this great accent. My wife said that I could just listen to him talk forever. So talk to me about, where you came from.
Okay, so I was born in Basingstoke, Hampshire, United Kingdom. I grew up in a...
Where's that in relation to London?
Okay, so Hampshire's, it's not far, it's about 30 minutes from London. So it's just really on the outskirts of London.
Okay, so it's like a suburb of London.
That is correct, yes.
Okay.
That's right, yeah. So I grew up in a middle-class, hard-working family. My father's Italian, my mum's from Ghana. We were born and raised in the UK. And went to school till I was about 19, 20. I got a degree in computer science. And I never worked for anybody. I was...
Your whole life you've worked for yourself?
I've never had a job. No.
Entrepreneur from the very beginning.
I came out of university and was very passionate about cars. I was one of those kids who, instead of reading books, I was reading the Top Gear magazine, fantasizing about Range Rovers and Ferraris and Lamborghinis. So when I came out of school, I wanted a Range Rover. It was just something about seeing people sitting in a vehicle which was very high, looking down on everybody as they drove down the road. That was very appealing to me. And I wanted to buy a Range Rover, but I didn't have the money to buy one. So I came up with the idea, why don't I buy and sell cars? I'll go to an auction and flip cars until I can afford to buy a Range Rover. And that was actually the whole mindset. It wasn't even to open a car dealership. So I borrowed £5,000. And I went to a car auction. I bought my first vehicle was an Audi A4. And I sold that, I made £1,000. I was like, wow, that's like a month's salary. And all I had to do is flip one car, and it took me a week. I'm going to start doing this. And I continued to do it. Within 6 months, I had my own Land Rover dealership. And I own my own Land Rover.
And you own your own Land Rover.
That's right, yeah.
So you put it out there into the universe, and you got it.
That is
It
correct.
delivered for you.
I believed in it, and I worked hard, and I didn't let anyone say no. And I made my dream a reality.
You know, that leads me into mindset. You know, let's talk a little bit about mindset and how important mindset is to you.
It's very important. It's everything. You have to believe in yourself and believe in what you're doing. Everything can become a reality as long as you've made it a reality in your mind already. So even with this HODL rally, that I came up with this concept in January, and I fell on a little bit of hard times when the market crashed because I had a lot of money invested in blockchain,
right?
Millions, and I was quite demoralized. I was a little bit low, but then because of my background, I'm a spiritualist. I had to train my mind not to think about the negatives, except what I cannot change. And
let's say that again. I think that's a really valuable thing. Accept what you cannot change.
That's right.
So this is the reality of what's going on.
Yes.
Bitcoin dropped from 19,000 down to 10 at the time.
That's right, yeah.
Okay, that's the reality.
That's right.
Accept it and move on.
That's right. That's right. That's all you can do.
That's all you can do. You know, it's very similar. I use the analogy of don't cry over spilled milk, because if you spill a glass of milk, you can't get it back in the glass to drink it.
That's right.
So wipe it up, learn from your mistake, and move on.
That's right.
So,
And,
you know, go on. Tell me more about how your mindset is so important.
So after that happened, I was a little bit demoralized, and I needed some incentive, some inspiration, and some motivation. And I'm a very creative person by nature. I actually design houses, and I also design body kits for high-end vehicles as well. So I was like, how do I merge two things I'm very passionate about: blockchain technology and supercars and automotive industry.
There you go.
Create a lifestyle car company for the blockchain. And I came up with a HODL rally idea, and I came up with this idea in March, and it became my new inspiration. And you know, here we are today. It's enabled me to travel around the world, meet great people like yourself, network, and through the networking, I met Adam Williams on the Coinsbank cruise when I was in Barcelona. It was a Barcelona to Ibiza cruise, and our synergies. Instantly, we started speaking, and he felt my energy, I felt his energy, and straight away we became like, you and me are going to become good friends, and we need to work together on this. And yeah, here I am. He invited me to Las Vegas, and now I'm here. It's amazing.
And here you are.
Yeah.
And you know, I got to say, maybe we're going to take a little detour and talk about Adam and World CryptoCon. Yeah. This is his first event out of the chute, 2018. I got to say, it's one of the better run events that I have ever been a part of.
100%.
You know, tell me about your experience as this event is winding down. We're in the last hours of the event. Tell me about your experience from this event.
It's exactly what I expected it to be, because after I met Adam and we spoke, we had the same vision. Our visions were aligned, and I knew what he wanted to create, and it's exactly what I wanted to create. We're trying to create. So let me just go back. So I've been to several conferences over the past 18 months, and I noticed that they're becoming very generic.
Right.
While they're very informative, and you can learn a lot, you're preaching to the choir, because you're not bringing more people into the industry, because you're creating the same kind of event that only appeals to a very narrow demographic of people. Exactly. You're getting you're preaching to the choir. You're bringing the people who already know about blockchain. And me and Adam sat down and said, we need to create something that's just exciting, that is fun, that is different, you know, nearly rebellious, you know. And we were speaking about the WCC and speaking about the HODL rally, and said, look, our visions are aligned. Let's work together, and let's create exciting events. And by doing that, you reach a larger demographic and you appeal to a broader range of people. Like, for instance, on the rally, You don't have to be in blockchain to come on a supercar rally, you know?
Right,
It's
exactly.
a lifestyle event. You could be a businessman, you could be an entrepreneur, you could be a millennial, you could be just a guy with a fast car, and you wanna go on a road trip with other people with fast cars and just have fun and have a blast. So by creating these kind of events, you appeal to so many different people, and it helps with the mass adoption.
Right, that helps the mass adoption, so this becomes more of a mainstream event than
More
everything
mainstream.
else.
Yeah.
And that takes me right back to mindset. You know, Adam's mindset, your mindset,
Yeah.
my mindset, we're all aligned.
That's right.
And that's why we're all here together doing things together at this event.
Correct, sir.
Let's use, you know, you're an inspiration. What you do and how you do it is truly an inspiration.
Thank you.
What would you say to the millennials, the kids out there, the younger kids out there that say, I just can't do it. It can't be done.
What would I say? Whatever you say to yourself and whatever you believe in becomes your reality. If you tell yourself you can't do it, that becomes a barrier. You put up a wall and mentally you're defeated yourself already, because you cannot overcome that wall if you do not believe you cannot come over that wall. But if your mindset is, I can have anything in this world, I just have to get up and go get it. And if you believe in that enough, you will make any dream, any idea a reality. And no one gave me anything in my life. I've never worked for anybody, but I've been quite successful because I got up, I was driven, and I turned my dreams and my ideas into my reality. So don't let anyone ever knock you back. Believe in what you're doing and go and chase that dream.
You know, I don't know that I can say anything else more than that, but thank you for being on our show.
Pleasure.
Thank you
Thank
for
you for
being
having me.
here. And I enjoy meeting you,
Yeah.
and I'm looking forward to June of next year.
I can't wait to see
Because,
you on the
know,
rally. We're gonna get you
gonna
a fun
be there.
car.
Yeah, well, we got to figure out how I'm going to do the car thing. Then my wife's got to approve it. But other than that, we're going to be there at the rally.
Great.
I'm Dan Hunt from the Aria Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada at World CryptoCon, saying have a great rest of today and an even better day tomorrow.